Okay, so let's go to this new chapter. So here, very quick question. Why? So see, we just discussed what are the economic objectives, but now you have to think about why they are the objectives. So now when we are trying to focus on low unemployment, why is that an economic objective? Why? Why is it? Why is it so important for the government to set it as an economic objective? Okay, okay. Increase productivity. Yeah, can you, keep going? Keep going. Anyone else? Keep going. Yeah, just try to give me more points. Okay, okay. Yeah, increase GDP, right? Increase productivity. Okay, to increase the labor force, right? Output, economic growth. Yeah, AD. Ensure yeah, the ability to consume, right? Yeah, better standards of living. Okay, yeah, so that's good. Okay, yeah, you guys got all the right ideas, and that's why we have this low unemployment as an economic objective. Okay. Oh, there's one more from Rafael. Reduce spending on unemployed benefits and other goods. Oh, that is good. Yeah. Thank you for giving us this one as well. Right. So if we are able to do that, then we can spend less on unemployed benefits, and we can spend more on other, let's say, merit goods, public goods. Right. That'll be great. Okay. That's why it's so important for the government to try achieving low unemployment, because you can see many benefits. Okay. All right. Coming from that. Okay. So yeah, that's good. Right. So let's go to, okay, this one here. Right. So can you tell me the definition of unemployment if you still remember it? It's not that simple. It's not that simple if you still remember, right? It's not just people without job. It's something more than that. Can you give me the more specific definition of unemployment? So what is unemployment? People that are in the working population but do not have jobs. Uh, I'll give you like 50% of the mark. People who are willing and able to find a job that are that are looking for job. Okay, so if I combine the answer from Kirsty and Talia, then that's the most correct answer. Okay, yeah, so that is very good. That's very good. Okay, so always remember the definition of unemployment is not that simple. It's not just people without a job. Okay, right? When it comes to economics, we have to think more than that. Okay, and that's why always remember. Okay, it refers to people who can work. Okay, people of working age, and well, we will talk about this question very soon. Yeah, who are willing to work. Okay, and yeah, who are willing and able to work, and they are actively looking for jobs. Okay, but they just cannot find a job right now, and that's what we call unemployment. Okay, all right. Okay, so people who can work, who are willing to work, and they are finding a job, but they just cannot find a job. That's unemployment. Okay, and can you tell me the minimum working age in Hong Kong? What is the minimum working age in Hong Kong? Do you know that? 16, 15, 15, 16, 16. Well, in Hong Kong, it's much more complicated than that. Okay, but I would say 15 is more correct. Okay, but the most correct answer should be 18. Okay, because we have divided, because of different regulations, we have divided workers into so many different groups. Okay, so officially you have to reach 18. okay, to call yourself, yeah, so now you have reached working age. But if you have reached 15 years old, you can also work, but you are what we called a youth worker. Okay, so there will be some limitation when you are working as a youth worker. Okay, so there will be some limited working hours that you can do your job. There will be some limitations on the nature of the job that you can do, etc., etc. Okay, yep. But but in the reality, you can also work even if you are a baby, right? Think about the actors, some actors in TVB, right? If you watch TVB, sometimes you will see some child actors. What they are paid, right? So we also have another group of workers. We call that child workers. Okay, if you are below 15 years old and if you want to work, then there will be much more limitations. Okay, for example, you cannot work in an industrial environment. Okay, yeah, and you see here, having a TV drama that is an industrial working environment. So that's why you can see some child actors working in working for television. Okay, so yeah. So in the reality, there is no one straight you know definition for the minimum working age. Okay, it really depends on the legislation. Okay, yeah, or the regulation we have in our country, right? So this one here is just for your information. Okay, yeah, you can work now. Yeah, you can go to McDonald's and work. Yeah, because now you are over 15, right? You're good to go. Okay, yeah, but they are going to tell you, look, I'm not gonna let you work more than how many hours because otherwise you'll be breaching the law. Okay, right? Yeah. So have fun finding a job. Okay, if you still have spare time with you. Okay, okay, right? All right. So yeah, that's the definition. Right. So always remember. Okay. Yeah, you are willing to work and you are actively looking for a job, but you just cannot find a job. Okay, you are able to work. Okay, you are finding jobs, but you just cannot find a job. All right. So yeah, another recap. How do we calculate this? Unemployment rate. Do you still remember? Can you show me the equation? Unemployment rate. What are we looking at? Unemployment rate. So the number of unemployed. Okay, right. Yep. Okay, so Ryan, I would say I wouldn't give you a full mark for that, but you are on the right track. So Ryan, yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, when you look at the messages below, yeah, that is more accurate. That is more specific. So yeah, so the number of unemployed within the working population, okay, not the entire population. Okay, we are looking at the unemployed people inside the working population, right? Or you can say labor force. Labor force is the same as working population, right? So here, just like this. Okay, if you do that, then you'll be able to find a number to show. Okay, inside this labor force. Okay, what's the percentage of unemployed people, right? So see, the labor force here is just the number of employed and unemployed. Okay? Yeah. So when we look at that, so if the unemployment rate is 6%, how do you interpret this in words? So if that's 6%, what does it mean? So if you have so now you have to interpret that in words. How do you interpret that? So 6%, what does it mean? Okay, Kirsty, yeah, right? right? Yeah. So Kirsty, that's one very good answer. Okay. Yeah. So 6 people are unemployed per 100 people. Okay. Right. Okay. That's the most correct answer, I would say. Okay. Ryan, 6% of the working population doesn't have a job. Well, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, but I would say that the Kirsty, that one is the most correct way to express the idea. Of course, we are not going to use a per one person, because when we do that, it's going to be 0.06 people unemployed per one people, and how do you quantify like 0.06 people? So that's why this is 6 people unemployed per 100 people. Okay, right? Yep. So yeah, just like that. Okay, right? So make sure that's detail, right? Don't forget, when you are working on your paper one, you just have to make it as detailed as possible. That's detail right there. Okay, right? Uh, but think about this. So the labor force, okay, we have all the people, all the unemployed people, and all the employed people. Okay, so what about the rest of the population? Yeah, what are the people we will exclude them in this labor force? Okay, dependents. Yeah, depend. More. Can you make it more specific? Like what are the people inside this dependent population? Unwilling. Yeah, unwilling, unable to work. Okay, that's good. Uh, yeah. Anything more specific? So, what kind of people do you think they will be? Oh, prisoners. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, prisoners, children. Retired elderly, disabled people. Okay, so that's good. All right, so that is very good. Yeah. So right, so you see here we have learned everything already. Okay, right. So very quickly, you see here children. You got this. Retired persons. Yeah, you got this. Students. You got this. Right. People who cannot work because of disability or illness. Right. They cannot work, so it doesn't fit to the definition of unemployment. Okay, that's why they are not inside that group. Okay, right, inside the labor force. And there's also one more. Well, you just gave me people who don't want to work. Okay, right. So yeah, like this. Okay, fighting, right, or any category here. Okay, yeah, they can be this guy. Okay, people who don't want to work. Right, it doesn't really matter if you're fighting, or fight. Okay, there will be some people who don't want to work and they are not working. All right, and we are not going to count them into the labor force. Okay, yeah, some people, right, like 学渣 or people who can only study. Yeah, they may not want to work. Okay, right? They may not want to work, and at the end, they don't work. Okay, so we are not going to count them into the labor force, right? And don't forget those 2 people as well. Okay, yeah, right? Okay, yeah, and that's why, right? Those people, we are not going to count them in the labor force. Okay, all right. So yeah, okay, right. So yeah, here. So now you know how to calculate unemployment rate and what are the people outside uh, this labor force, right? So now, well, let's talk about this. Okay, yeah, yeah. It's a very simple calculation when we are trying to get the percentage of unemployment in our economy. Okay, yeah, it's a very common indicator to show economic performance, right? Because when you see the unemployment rate is very high, then the economy is not very good. Okay, yeah, right, and vice versa. Okay, but there are some difficulties to get a very accurate measurement when it comes to the indicator here. Okay, and now we are going to try to understand why sometimes it's so difficult to measure unemployment. And here, okay, this is one of them, right? Sometimes when you are using unemployment rate, you are underestimating the true unemployment. Okay, right? Some people, they're hiding, and when you're using this equation here, you are not counting them as well. And you should count. You should have counted them, but you have not, and that's why it's underestimated. Okay, so hidden unemployment or under unemployment. Well, we will discuss both topics. Okay, so hidden unemployment. So let's take a look of hidden unemployment. So here, look, if you still remember this guy here, all right? Yeah, you know who that is? Anyone who knows the name of this person here? Yeah, he's quite a famous person in Hong Kong. Well, maybe was a famous person in Hong Kong. Yeah, this guy, right? Yeah, I talk about it during year 10. Okay, his name is Ayun. So Ayun is one of those no, well, not is, was one of those discouraged workers. Okay, yeah. Um, why? Okay, like why he was, being very discouraged. Okay, yeah. So take a look at this. So when we are talking about hidden unemployment, okay, hidden unemployment, yeah, we need to talk about those discouraged workers. Okay, so people, right? So Ayun, right, was supposed to be unemployed, and he tried. Okay, he tried a few times. Okay, trying to find a job, but he just couldn't find it. Right? Yeah. If you are him, what would you do? So after so many times you are not able to find a job, what would you do? Right? You just stop finding. Okay? Right? I would rather stay at home. Okay? You see here, you see the opportunities, they don't belong to me. Okay? Right? Just like that. So at the end, Ayud becomes a discouraged worker. Okay? Yeah? But when you become a discouraged worker, then you will not be counted in the unemployment, right? Because you are not willing to find jobs. Okay? Now you're not willing to find jobs. So and that's why you will be excluded from that measurement. Okay? And that's why sometimes we underestimated the number because we always have people like him in the society. Okay? Yeah? And yeah, right? So when they give up, they will be out of the labor force. Okay? So we are underestimating the number because of the discouraged workers. Okay? Yep. So that's one of them, which makes the hidden unemployment. Okay? Yep. Right. And also there's another kind of hidden unemployment. Okay. Yeah. Besides the discouraged workers. So take a look at this. Right. If you are those people who are unemployed, but you are on retraining programs, okay, yeah, so you'll be excluded from the unemployment figures as well. Okay, yeah, look, you are on your retraining programs. So after the retraining programs, you are going to go find yourself a job. Okay, so you take a look at this, right? So Obama here is actually demonstrating a retraining program. So if he's not being a president, then yeah, maybe he can become a waiter or something, right? Retraining program, trying to become a worker in another industry, right? But when you are training, okay, you are not finding jobs, right? Because until you finish your training, there's no way you can change the job. Okay, right? So that's the case. That's how we also underestimated the number of unemployment from these people. Okay, yeah. Uh, well, look, if you're talking about adult students, so we are talking about people usually when they are in universities. Okay. So when you are in university, you are still students. Okay, you are still trying to acquire knowledge before you go to the society and work. But for the people here, they used to work in a society, but now they lost their jobs. Okay, and there's no way they can find it until they are able to retrain themselves. So yeah, so that's the difference. Okay, right, and that's why they are being underestimated. Okay, because they should be the unemployed people. Okay, but because they are on retraining programs, that's why we cannot calculate it. We cannot calculate them into the figure. Okay, right? And well, I'll give you an example here. Okay, so let's say uh, the prisoners. Well, the prisoners. Well, here the prisoners. Um, look, I would say prisoners could be possibly in a gray area. Okay, because prisoners they do work. They do work. Okay, and yeah. If you think about this very specifically, if you are a prisoner, I hope you're not. Yeah, you have to work, right? Talking about the masks, yeah, the CSI masks, right? Yeah, those people they do that. Yeah, they make that thing. Okay, it's just we cannot use it. I've never used any CSI mask before, right? Yeah, and yeah, neither do you, right? And yeah, and I don't know if they will calculate that as unemployment as well. So that's one very interesting question, right? Yeah, if you think about it deeply. Okay. So Andric, so adults who were unemployed but left for oh, that also doesn't count. Okay. So if you think about Mr. Quark, same case. Yeah, Mr. Quark, he quitted the job and went for study. Okay, but after the study, pretty sure he will go back to the industry, right? But in the meantime, yeah, the unemployment from Mr. Quark will be underestimated. Okay, so there are so many different scenarios and cases. Okay, but we just have to stick with that same concept. Okay, yeah. So those people, if they do that, yeah, the unemployment will be underestimated. Okay, right, right. Okay. So here very quickly, let me show you an example. Right, it's the same logic here. Right. So here, right. So let's say if YouTube teaching videos can, entirely, okay, replace me as a teacher. So here, yeah, I'm just going to introduce you some recommended YouTube channels where you can learn some more economics from there. Okay, so yeah, here, okay, Khan Academy, right? This one is pretty good. Okay, so I recommend you to go there from time to time. Okay, try to learn some more. And also here, this one, yeah, AML University. This one is pretty good. I like this one. Yeah, this one is very professional because it is run by some professors in some universities in the U.S. I like this channel a lot. I like this channel a lot. So yeah, and you have watched some of their videos already. You know, I have sent you quite a few links before during the chapters. So this one is pretty good too. And yeah, they are very, very good. But my favorite is this one. Okay. Yeah, this one here, Econ Plus though. Okay, this one here, this one, wow, this one is God. Okay, it's godlike. Okay, yeah. If you don't understand the concepts and if you don't want to ask me, then go to him. Okay, go to this guy. Okay, this guy is the best, I would say. All right. Okay. Even I'm an econ teacher. I cannot help myself watching his videos sometimes. Okay, because that guy is so good. All right, so yeah, if you want to improve yourself a little bit more, this guy, there you go. If you have watched all three of them, then I think you don't need me anymore. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's the case. Okay. Well, look, I'm going to talk about that. The second part of this example. Next week, okay? Yeah, but in the meantime, yeah, there you go. Okay, here is my recommendation. Okay, I don't usually subscribe to economic channels, but when I do, they are very good. Okay, I have subscribed all three of them. Okay, so yeah, so that's all right. Yeah, I will not give you homework for this week. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna let you go. All right, so make sure you finish your homework, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay, all right, bye bye.